And thanks for watching Morning Live. Now, much attention today focused on former President Jacob Zuma, who's expected to appear in the KwaZulu-Natal High Court in Pietermaritzburg for the start of his trial proceedings. The court is expected to hear submissions from the state and also from the defense teams on a trial date. Let's cross over now to our reporter Simphiwe Makhanya, who is at the court for some of the developments currently there. Simphiwe, good morning, and please give us a sense of what's happening right now.
Morning to you, Sakina, as well as our viewers on SABC 2 as well as Channel 404. Behind me, Sakina, I'm just going to step out of the shot to show you what the situation is looking like. You would know that we are still on the national lockdown level 3. Therefore, we are not expecting former President Jacob Zuma's supporters to be gathered outside court, as it is normally the case when he presents himself before this court. With me, Sakina, is President Jacob Zuma's son, Mr. Edward Zuma. Thank you very much for your time. A big day for your father today.
Good morning, my brother, and good morning to the viewers at home.
A big day for your father today. Are you ready to support your father?
Well, look, it's a big day for the whole country. We're not actually ready. We've forever been ready because we've always believed in his innocence, and we still believe that he's innocent, and we hope and believe at the end of the day that he'll come out clean.
How is he holding up, though? You know, before this court appearance, he was ill. He went to seek medical attention abroad. How is he holding up at home?
Well, I'm not at liberty to talk about his health condition, but what matters most is that the man himself will be in court. That's what's most important.
One of the things, Mr. Zuma, that have been said by yourself as well as his supporters was the fact that you don't feel that he will get a fair trial. We've seen his lawyers recently saying that he's ready for his day in court. That's a shift from the initial statement.
Yeah, clearly. I, for one, personally, have maintained that, and I still maintain that I doubt that he will get a fair trial, judging from the people that have been presiding in his previous matters and their proximity to his so-called enemies. It makes one wonder as to what outcome. And of recently, we've learned that there have been clandestine discussions that have been unfolding with the provincial judge president, which fuels and affirms one's point of view that clearly this conspiracy against former President Zuma is not something that is new, and it's not something that will end now. It's something that will forever be there until they achieve what they want to achieve. As to what they want to achieve, they are the ones that know.
When you refer to those conversations between the judge president as well as the the prosecutors of this case, you are saying they are clandestine. How are you going to approach this? You've expressed your unhappiness about those discussions. How are you going to approach this going forward?
Well, look, I'm not in the legal team of the former president, but I would want to believe, and I have trust that they will be able to find a way as to how to approach that particular complaint. Because to me, as an individual, it's something that should be raised with the judicial seniors of this country. It's something that is unbecoming of the judge president, and it's something that is unbecoming of the director of public prosecution. In fact, the prosecutor in this case, Mr. Downer. It's uncalled for. It should not have happened. However, when you are fueled and channeled by a conspiracy that you want to fulfill something, you end up making mistakes. I believe it's one mistake. He has made a flop, and he's clearly showing the whole country that they have an agenda against Mr. Zuma.
Mr. Zuma, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's the former President Jacob Zuma's son, Mr. Edward Zuma, giving his views, saying that the family is ready to support him as he is expected to present himself inside this court today physically, as it was not the case before, after he submitted that sick note, which resulted in him being issued with a warrant of arrest that was stayed. It's back to you in Johannesburg, Sakina, for now.
Thank you so much, Simphiwe Makhanya, speaking to Edward Zuma there. And it promises to be a very fascinating encounter today in the Pietermaritzburg High Court. All right, let's go to a break.